Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Garden Fairy. This is the next video in the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition. In the last video, we had entered Whiterun for the very first time. And in today's video, we are going to go up to Dragon's Reach, and we are going to talk to the Jarl of Whiterun. Here is where we are at right now. This is right where we left off. This is Bellathor's.
They say Helgen got hit by a dragon. One of those horrors comes here. We'll be ready.
This is the inn. And of course, these are the stalls. Now we are going to head right on up to Dragon's Reach. Normally there's a little girl over this way named Lucia.
Brigands I can
this
handle,
little girl.
but this talk of dragons? World's gone
Lady,
mad.
could you spare a coin?
She's one of the children that you are able to adopt in Skyrim.
Oh, thank you. Divines, bless your kind heart.
Why are you begging?
It's what Brennan said I should do. He's the only one that's been nice to me since Mama. Since she died. My aunt and uncle took over our farm and threw me out. Said I wasn't good for anything. I wound up here, but I don't know what to do. I miss her so much.
If you noticed, right after talking with her, after I had given her a gold coin, it says that I could adopt you if you want. Unfortunately, until we get a house, we are unable to adopt children.
Ulfric, patron of the great clan Battlepole. A name I'm sure you know well.
Now, if you have done like I have and opted to go into alchemy, then what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to collect everything that is possible. To collect.
What would you have me do then? Nothing?
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgruuf is not receiving visitors.
I just think we need more information before we act.
I have news from Helgen about the dragon attack.
Who's this then?
Alvor sent me. Riverwood is in danger.
As House Carl, my job is to deal with all dangers that threaten the Jarl or his people. So you have my attention. Now explain yourself.
A dragon has destroyed Helgen. I was told to give the message directly to the Jarl.
Whatever you have to say to the Jarl, you can say to me. I'm
It's all right,
starting to
Jarel.
think...
I want to hear what she has to say. What's this about Riverwood being in danger?
A dragon destroyed Helgen. Alvor is afraid Riverwood is next.
Alvor? The smith, isn't he? Reliable, solid fellow. Not prone to flights of fancy. And you're sure Helgen was destroyed by a dragon? This wasn't some Stormcloak raid gone wrong?
Yes, I had a great view while the Imperials were trying to cut off my head. I was there. I saw the dragon burn Helgen to the ground. This is what will be said if you choose the top one.
Really? You're certainly forthright about your criminal past. But it's none of my concern who the Imperials want to execute, especially now. What I want to know is, what exactly happened at Helgen?
Excuse me. The dragon destroyed Helgen, and last I saw it was heading this way. The Imperials were about to execute Ulfric's Stormcloak, then the dragon attacked.
I should have guessed Ulfric would be mixed up in this. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls? Against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
That is a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem.
Imperial armor added.
There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
Now, while Jarl the Greater was talking, the quest Bleak Falls Barrows popped up. That is why when we were doing the Golden Claw and were directed to go to Bleak Falls Barrows, why I had suggested and advised highly that you go through...
I think I found someone who can help you with your
and finish
dragon
it completely.
project. Go ahead and fill her in with all the details.
And the NPCs are a little strange, but that's with any game. It's the first time that this has happened. So to keep him from walking back and forth like that, like he's pacing, I'll just come over this way.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there.
Alright, where am I going and what am I facing? What does this have to do with dragons? Just tell me what you need me to do.
Straight to the point, eh? No need for tedious hows and whys. I like that. Leave those details to your betters, am I right? I, learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself.
Oh, do you mean this old stone? Give Dragonstone to Farengar.
Ah, the dragon stone of Bleak Falls Barrow. You already found it. You are cut from a different cloth than the usual brutes the Jarl foists on me.
So, what about my reward? I got you the Dragonstone. What's next?
That is where your job ends and mine begins. The work of the mind, sadly undervalued in Skyrim.
Farengar.
I wonder what Irileth is so excited about.
Farengar, you need to come at once. A dragon's been sighted nearby. You should come too.
A dragon? How exciting. Where was it seen? What was it doing?
I'd take this a bit more seriously if I were you. If a dragon decides to attack Whiterun, I don't know if we can stop it. Let's go.
So, Irileth tells me you came from the Western Watchtower?
Yes, my lord.
Tell him what you told me about the dragon.
Oh, that's right. We saw it coming from the south. It was fast. Faster than anything I've ever seen.
What did it do? Is it attacking the Watchtower?
No, my lord. It was just circling overhead when I left. I never ran so fast in my life. I thought it would come after me, for sure.
Good work, son. We'll take it from here. Head down to the barracks for some food and rest. You've earned it. Irileth, you'd better gather some guardsmen and get down there.
I've already ordered my men to muster near the main gate.
Good. Don't fail me. There's no time to stand on ceremony, my friend. I need your help again. I want you to go with Irileth and help her fight this dragon. You survived Helgen, so you have more experience with dragons than anyone else here. But I haven't forgotten the service you did for me in retrieving the Dragon Stone for Farengar. As a token of my esteem, I have instructed Avenici that you are now permitted to purchase property in the city. And please, accept this gift from my personal armory. Help Irileth kill this
Hide
dragon
shield
before
avoiding
it can
magic
attack
added.
Whiterun. No, I can't afford to risk both of you. I need you here working on ways to defend the city against these dragons.
As you command.
One last thing, Irileth. This isn't a death or glory mission. I need to know what we're dealing with.
Don't worry, my lord. I'm the very soul of caution.
Okay, we're gonna press up on the D-pad real quick, and you'll see that we have the ancient Nord bow and the steel sword equipped underneath our favorites. So at this point in time, with the steel sword is what is the weapon that will be used. That's the immediately equipped weapon. So we're gonna switch it over to the Nord bow, ancient Nord bow, sorry, before we even get down there. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to follow Irileth. And we're going to follow her all the way
I
through.
envy you the chance to see this dragon up close.
I've seen you helping the Yard. If only all visitors to Whiterun were as noble.
You'll notice that there's an arrow above Irileth's head. That makes it easier to be able to track her and figure out exactly where she is. So pay attention to the bar up above on the screen. And the arrow that you see that's constantly moving, that is always going to direct you to the active mission. Why Irileth takes this route, I could not tell you. Here are the guards. Step over here so you can see the scene before you.
A dragon is attacking the western watchtower.
A dragon? Now we're in for it.
You heard right. I said a dragon. I don't much care where it came from or who sent it. What I do know is that it's made the mistake of attacking Whiterun.
But Houseguard, how can we fight a dragon?
That's a fair question. None of us have ever seen a dragon before, or expected to face one in battle. But we are honor-bound to fight it, even if we fail. This dragon is threatening our homes, our families. Could you call yourselves Nords if you ran from this monster? Are you going to let me face this thing alone?
No, Houseguard.
But it's more than our honor at stake here. Think of it. The first dragon seen in Skyrim since the last age. The glory of killing it is ours. If you're
Storm cloaks, Imperials, dragons. It no matter to me what I kill. Let them come.
Kill us a dragon?
Yeah!
Damn right!
Let's move out.
Staying safe, I hope.
Now, as you get higher in your level, of course, your enemies are going to be raising in level with you. That means that the difficulty is going to be increasing. Now, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to follow Irileth. she's gonna take the long way, and for those of you who have never played this before, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the long way right along with her so that you are able to see exactly how to go about everything and exactly which path she chooses. On the way back, I will take the same path.
This war's as stupid as our feud with Clan Greymane.
Or as close to it as possible. And the way that I'm going slow is I'm not pushing all the way up on the toggle, the left toggle, to be able to actually move forward or backwards or anything. When I play without without streaming, I normally just rush over here and go to the end result arrow.
No signs of any dragon right now, but it sure looks like
We're gonna
he's
draw our
wounded.
weapon.
I know it looks bad, but we've got to figure out what happened. And if that dragon is still skulking around somewhere. Spread out and look for survivors. We need to know what we're dealing with.
Now this is where I'm going to go ahead and just move forward and go ahead. That's the third person view. Go back into single person. It's the easiest view for you to be in when you're
No, get back. It's still here somewhere. Crocky and Tor just got grabbed when they tried to make a run for it.
Guardsmen,
when
what
you're getting
happened?
ready to use
Where's
the bow.
this dragon? Quickly now!
I don't know. Kindred, save us.
Now
If he
choose
comes again.
a spot
Here he comes! Find cover and make every arrow count!
and draw your arrow.
I'll save us. It's a dragon.
When it stays still like that, it's the best time to shoot. It's kind of difficult to shoot a moving target.
Don't stand a chance.
Try and stay far enough back
That's it!
to where you don't get hit by the fire. And try to keep an eye on where the dragon goes.
You can't win this.
Excuse me, once in a while you'll end up getting kind of lucky. search, remember, press square to take everything.
Everybody, get back!
This is what happens when you take a soul. Use the shout section of the magic menu to equip your unrelenting force shout. I mean, not options, but circle, go to magic, go down to your shouts, X to equip unrelenting force. Now you're going to need to use your shout.
You're Dragonborn.
If you take the optional. Dragonborn? What do you mean?
In the very oldest tales, back from when there were still dragons in Skyrim, the Dragonborn would slay dragons and steal their power. That's what you did, isn't it? Absorb the dragon's power.
I don't know what happened to me. I think you may be right.
There's only one way to find out. Try to shout. According to the old legends, only the Dragonborn can shout without training, the way the dragons do.
Dragonborn? What are you talking about?
That's right. My grandfather used
Power of old! Voice of the Dragonborn.
those born with the dragon blood in them, like old Tiber Septim himself.
I've never heard of Tiber Septim killing any dragons.
There weren't any dragons then, idiot. They're just coming back now for the first time in forever. But the old tales tell of the Dragonborn who could kill dragons and steal their power. You must be one.
What do you say, Irleth? You're being awfully quiet. Come on, Irleth. Tell us. Do you believe in this Dragonborn business?
Some of you would be better off keeping quiet than flapping your gums on matters you don't know anything about. Here's a dead dragon, and that's something I definitely understand. Now we know we can kill them. But I don't need some mythical Dragonborn. Someone who can put down a dragon is more than enough for me.
You wouldn't understand.
I just went back to the steel sword.
You ain't a North.
I've been all across
Went back to
Tamriel.
my
I've
first
seen
person
plenty of
view.
things just as outlandish as this. I'd advise you all to trust in the strength of your sword arm over tales and legends.
That was shouting, what you just did. Must be. You really are Dragonborn then.
Okay. Now we're going to talk to Irleth.
That was the hairiest fight I've ever been in, and I've been in more than a few. I don't know about this Dragonborn business, but I'm sure glad you're with us. You better get back to Whiterun right away. Jarl Balgruuf will want to know what happened here.
Alright, now we are going to explore what is now the ruins of this tower, because it's going to give us some more items that we'll be able to sell. Here's a dead guard. Take everything. It's another dead guard. We've got a burnt corpse over here, which is more than likely another dead guard. I'm gonna check over here. Okay. Now we're gonna come back over this way, and yes, we are moving slow because we are over encumbered. And yes, there's another dead guard, so collect everything. We've got another dead guard up here. It doesn't look like the dragon actually ended up eating anybody, just got them with the fire breath. Of course, this is Irleth again.
I'm taking command here for the moment. You head back to Whiterun and let the Jarl know what happened.
This is a good way to be able to check to see whether or not
I'm
you've
taking
got
command here for the
everything.
moment. You head back to Whiterun and let the Jarl know what happened.
And yes, she is going to get kind of annoying. So we've got over this way. We're going to jump down. And we're going to go up and around over on this side. Even if we don't end up finding everything right off the bat on this particular search, it doesn't mean that we won't find more when we end up coming back here, because we're going to end up passing through this area multiple times throughout the entire time that we're playing a game. Well, the game. So, regardless, we'll be able to find something.
I can't believe we actually killed a dragon.
Come over here. The fresh smoke from the fire is going to make it a bit difficult.
I'm glad you're on our side.
It doesn't appear to... Well, there doesn't appear to be any more burnt corpses over here, but there is another dead guard. We'll take everything from there. Then what we're going to do is we're going to come up and over this way. We won't worry about checking the inside or up at the top right now. We will do that when we come through again. So for the time being, what we're going to do, because we've got as much as we can find at this point, we're going to work our way back to Whiterun, and we're going to collect the alchemical tools. Well, technically ingredients are tools, so we are going to collect the alchemical ingredients that we find. Yes, I know I'm going off path a bit, but I will return to the path along our way back to Whiterun, because we are going to need them as we progress. You see, when you're over encumbered, you don't have any extra, gear or junk or anything showing. You just look normal. So back to the first person view. Collect these. We'll walk slowly back to Whiterun. I apologize if I repeat myself a little too much. My memory is not the greatest, and unfortunately it affects my speech in ways I had not really expected it to. Excuse me. Everything that you see that has the possibility of being able to be collected, I recommend you grabbing it. Even if you don't end up going into alchemy during your game, if you collect everything alchemy-wise, all those ingredients, you will be able to make a fair amount of game gold. you know, a fair amount of money. So, you know, I still advise you to get it and then just sell what you don't want. But one of the things I highly recommend, because of the fact that you're able to actually carry more without it affecting your carry weight as much, your alchemical ingredients. One of the fastest ways for you to learn what effects they have is by eating them. That was the Greybeard summoning me as the Dragonborn to their home up in the mountains. But anyway, some of them actually restore your health, and some restore your magicka, and some restore your stamina. So what I recommend you doing is keeping as much as possible on your character that restores these particular things, because it's what you're going to need throughout the game in order to have a good chance. So I recommend carrying as many ingredients as you can for your health, especially. There's the carriage. Will take you anywhere that is listed. So just talk to him. I'd like to hire your carriage. What do you know about Whiterun? We'll start with this one.
Well, I know the companions make their home here. Their mead hall, Jorvaskr, is the oldest building in the city. Oh, and there's a nasty feud between two families called the Greymanes and the Battleborns. You'll want to be careful there. The rest you can find out by asking the townsfolk. Start with the barkeep at the Bannered Mare or the Castle Steward.
I'd like to hire your carriage.
Where do you want to go?
Now, keep in mind that when you are over encumbered, you cannot use the carriage. It will not allow you to. But the carriage here at Whiterun will take you to Dawnstar, Valkyrie, Markarth, Marthol, Riften, Solitude, Windhelm, or Winterhold. And then down here is Nevermind.
That's fine. Until next time.
Excuse me. This is the stables. That black horse right there that is saddled is the one that is for sale. Even if you end up losing your horse, like if it gets killed, you're still able to get a horse because another one will respawn. Unless that has changed, I will have to double check that. But I recommend buying a horse as soon as you have the gold to be able to do it. In my other character that I have going on in this profile, Phaedra, I waited until after I got my house, Breeze Home right here in Whiterun, and I don't know exactly what happened, but I came back and there were 2 dead bodies right here and another dead body over here, and it happened to be the one of the bodies happened to be the stable guy. So I was not able to buy a horse, and I am no longer able to buy a horse here in Whiterun. So yeah, I recommend buying your horses as soon as you have the ability to. Even if you are working on getting your home or building up your homestead before getting one of your horses or the horse, I recommend buying it as quickly as possible, because you never know if you're going to end up coming back ready to actually buy your horse and have it be to where you can't buy him. Now, there are traveling merchants. One of the most common is the Khajiits, and when they are over here in Whiterun, they will set up right there in that clearing. So keep an eye out there. I know the majority of this video is basically me just walking, but
Dishes are done for now. What else have you done?
On the floor. But I figured that could be done after the dishes. Yeah. If anything, why don't you go ahead and just warm up some of the nuggets that we made so that we can eat something. Alright. We are almost up to the gates. So when we get up here, we can start selling things or putting things away or doing a little bit of both. Make it to where we can actually move. You're welcome, baby. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me, I was talking to my husband and I burped. I'm gonna start off by collecting the lavender over on this side. I want to get in and actually start selling a few things. One of the benefits of your horses that I find really, even if you're over encumbered, you're able to fast travel.
Look, you already have been told you're not allowed here. Turn around and go back the way you came.
We're causing no trouble. All we ask is to look for her.
I don't care what you're doing. After what happened, you're lucky I don't toss you in jail. Now get lost.
We will be back. This is not over.
That is the Alakir. Pretty soon they will be stopping me. This is everything that I put in here, in the last video. We'll end up needing that. Apparel. I'm going to store the Amulet of Debella and the Amulet of Talos. The Hide Shield of Waning Magic I'm going to store. I always end up keeping the gifts that I am given throughout the game. I find it really hard for me to get rid of them to begin with anyway. That's the studded Imperial armor that I was given. Let's see. Nothing there. The only gifts that I tend not to keep, if I don't really want them, is the potions. Okay, here's some ingredients. I don't want to actually go out right now and go into the menu without me being in the, the barrel, because pardon me, I'll end up getting called by the Alakir, and I'll have to answer some questions, which you'll see that here in a few minutes. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and all of them where that first one is not there, outside of the fire salts, because we're going to need those later on in the game. I'm going to consume one so that I get the very first benefit, so to speak, the attribute. So it's L2 or R2 to eat, so eat that one. That one. You should be able to see the top, what is being discovered. Okay, go in the books. That's the only one we have. Miscellaneous. Now, I'm going to store the dragon bones and the dragon scales, because those are quite a bit of weight. And when I can, I'm just going to drop that torch, because I don't want it. I have to be kind of quick. Let's see.
By Ismail, you did it. You killed the dragon.
You there. We're looking for someone in Whiterun. We'll pay good money for information.
Excuse me. Who are you looking for?
A woman. A foreigner in these lands. Redguard, like us. She is likely not using her true name. We will pay for any information regarding her location. We are not welcome here in Whiterun, so we will be in Rorikstead if you learn anything.
Why are you looking for this person? Who are you looking for again?
It's none of your concern. All you need to know is that we're paying for information. If that doesn't interest you, feel free to walk away. We're looking for a fugitive who comes from Hammerfell. A Redguard woman. She may be somewhere in this city. We will find her eventually.
Alright. Now we're going up here to the Drunken Huntsman. Excuse me.
Hello, friend. In the market for some hunting supplies?
What have you got for sale? Why the name Drunken Huntsman? Who should I talk to for work?
Yes, I hear that question often. My brother Honorius and I came up with it one night after consuming rather too much mead. After our drinks, we went out for a moonlight hunt. We got separated, and in his drunken state, my brother mistook me for a deer. He shot an arrow that pierced my, well, rump. After such a memorable adventure, we knew we had the name for our shop.
Who should I talk to for work?
Try Hulda, the innkeeper at the Bannered Mare. It's just up the road near the market. You should check in at Dragon's Reach too. There's so much going on these days. The Jarl or his steward might have need of help.
Our closet. Our closet. Now we're gonna go into what have you got for sale.
Take a look.
We're gonna need the honed ancient Nord sword of cold. Sammy, get off of that, goofball. So we're going to, pardon me. Sorry about that. We're gonna skip that and we're gonna go to the hunting bow. Sell all of those. Now, there are mixed views on this in regards to building up your speech. Could sell everything one by one regardless, or you could just sell them all at once, you know, like this. You know, people have said that it works faster. I have never seen any difference with it, so I don't worry about it. If it gives us option, you know, I do it. That hide helmet is a gift. Excuse me. So I'm not going to be selling it. Sammy, stop. We're going to sell all of the linen wraps. Now, he's not going to take some of the stuff that
Thank you very
I've
much
got,
for your
which
business.
is why it didn't actually highlight. But we can move. So now we're going to go back up to Dragon's Reach and we are going to report it. And we'll... bleh, sorry. We will go ahead and we will go this way. Pardon me. The way Irileth took.
There has been talk amongst the gods that you are Dragonborn. But such a thing, surely that's not possible.
Excuse me. I will finish collecting everything in a little while.
Fear not. Come dragon or giant, we'll be ready.
For I love you. I love.
Excuse me. Now we're going to head on up.
Don't think you can barter with me like one of those damn shopkeepers.
Head all the way up.
Good. You're finally here. The Jarl's been waiting for you.
You heard the summons. What else could it mean? The Greybeards.
We were just talking about you.
So what happened at the
Brother needs a
watchtower?
word with you.
Was the dragon there?
The watchtower was destroyed, but we killed the dragon. Turns out I may be something called Dragonborn. I killed the dragon. I think I deserve a reward. I'm going to go with the middle one. Turns out I may be something called Dragonborn.
Dragonborn? What do you know about the Dragonborn?
When the dragon died, I absorbed some kind of power from it. That's just what the men called me.
So it's true. The Greybeards really were summoning you.
Pardon me. The Greybeards?
Masters of the Way of the Voice. They live in seclusion high on the slopes of the throat of the world.
What do these Greybeards want with me?
The Dragonborn is said to be uniquely gifted in the voice. The ability to focus your vital essence into a thum or shout. If you really are Dragonborn, they can teach you how to use your gift.
Didn't you hear the thundering sound as you returned to Whiterun? That was the voice of the Greybeards, summoning you to High Hrothgar. This hasn't happened in centuries, at least. Not since Tiber Septim himself was summoned when he was still Talos of Atmora.
Hrongar, calm yourself. What does any of this Nord nonsense have to do with our friend here? Capable as she may be, I don't see any signs of her being this, Dragonborn.
Nord nonsense? Why, you puffed up ignorant. These are our sacred traditions that go back to the founding of the First Empire.
Hrongar, don't be so hard on Avenichi.
I meant no disrespect, of course. It's just that, what do these Greybeards want with her?
That's the Greybeards' business, not ours. Whatever happened when you killed that dragon, it revealed something in you, and the Greybeards heard it. If they think you're Dragonborn, who are we to argue? You'd better get up to High Hrothgar immediately. There's no refusing the summons of the Greybeards. It's a tremendous honor. I envy you, you know, to climb the 7,000 steps again. I made the pilgrimage once. Did you know that? High Hrothgar is a very peaceful place. Very disconnected from the troubles of this world. I wonder that the Greybeards even notice what's going on down here. They haven't seemed to care before. No matter. Go to High Hrothgar. Learn what the Greybeards can teach you. You've done a great service for me and my city, Dragonborn. By my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Whiterun.
Axe of
It's the
Whiterun
greatest
added.
honor that's within my power to grant. I assign you Lydia as a personal housecarl, and this weapon from my armory to serve as your badge of office. I'll also notify my guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble, now would we? We are honored to have you as Thane of our city, Dragonborn. Back to business, Proventus. We still have a city to defend.
And we are running out of time for this video. A quick recap. We went through and we completed 3 quests within a short span of time, about an hour. We reported that Whiterun needed help to the Jarl. To Farengar, we gave the Dragon Stone. And we just completed the mission in regards to the guard tower and killing that dragon. Throughout the video, you have heard some of the things that happen in real life in my home. If it's not your thing, I'm sorry. These videos are 100% raw. They are not edited at all. What you see and hear is in real time and what has happened or is happening in my home or while I play. If you liked what you've seen, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to like the video. Sorry. If you like the content of the channel so far, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that bell icon to be notified when I release new videos. If you would like to support my channel, the description to do that will be below. Also, it is in a couple of the earlier videos of this series for Zarrah and Skyrim. Remember, this is a Learn With Me series, or this is not a Learn With Me series. I apologize. This is me teaching you my way of playing with just one character so far. Remember, it is okay for you to game. It is okay for you to game. It is okay for you to get upset. Just don't let it take over your life. Happy gaming.